All right, with lockdowns. So, with the COVID lockdowns, I live in like the rural part of Arizona. So it's not horrifically bad. We can still go out and do things, but gym access is limited, of course, and like high school sports are very limited in masks mandates and limited fans and stuff like that. But life kind of carries on as normal right now, for the most part. And we're just very fortunate to be in school and be able to play sports and compete. So I feel very fortunate for that. So my main sport is softball. And over the summer, this past summer, when COVID scare was pretty high, I went down to the valley part of Arizona, which is like around Phoenix, to train with my uncle. He has his own gym and he trains like athletes, stuff like that. But I was able to go down there and be able to use his equipment when everything else was shut down and there was no access over the summer. And fortunately, softball is an outside sport. We were able to get away with a lot of like scrimmages and such for club so that collegiate coaches were able to watch us still, and we were able to continue trying to earn a scholarship that way. So I was very fortunate for that. And luckily, it's loosened up right now, and I'm able to come back home and work out here and still travel. Yeah, so initially started out as I wanted to, when I was younger, my parents really pushed us to be more coordinated and to learn how to run and use my size effectively and like be able to compete the best I could. Like when I was younger, they were the ones that pushed me to work out and train my body. But as I got older and hit around middle schoolish, I kind of developed a bit of an addiction to training and lifting, and I fell in love with it. And it's been almost like 7 years almost now, that I've been lifting and training consistently to where it's just a huge part of my personality now, and it's just one of my greatest passions. And now I don't know what I would do if I couldn't go and just move some metal every day of my life. I love it so much. Oh goodness. Things I would say to my younger self that first started going to the gym. Well, firstly, I would tell her put on some mass. It's okay. Get big. Doesn't matter. Get big. You need it. You need that mass to be strong. That's what we're trying to do. Muscle weighs, you know. Don't worry about getting big. Fill out. Become the strongest person you can be. And you'll just moving and just moving your body and being able to lift those weights and run and move like that just makes you feel so good. And it makes you feel almost superhuman sometimes. And it's such a good feeling. Just, I would tell my younger self to accept that and don't be scared of pushing yourself because that's the only way you'll be able to get better. Push yourself. Don't be afraid to get big. Don't be afraid to be stronger than everybody around you. That's the goal. Work for it. Yeah, you're right. There's a lot of negativity that surrounds just muscular women in general. And like not only muscular but bigger as well, you know. A lot of people will feel intimidated and threatened by it, right? So they're threatened by your size, they're threatened by how you look, your strength, even like maybe even your personality is if you're outgoing like me, like you're intense, you want it, like you can see that intensity in like everything you do. And they take that personally and they take it as an insult to themselves and maybe their lack of strength, either emotionally or or physically. And I felt a lot of like like backlash for not only my muscle and how I looked, but also my work ethic and my competitiveness and intensity with everything I do in the weight room, on the field, everything. I get a lot of backlash and hate for that. Um, like, I don't know. Examples would be like, Anna, you're bigger than all the guys in our school. I'm like, okay, that's okay. That's the goal. I'm trying to get big and strong. But still, feel it. That negativity, it's still negativity. It still has an impact. Although you do think good thoughts. What else? It's you could you know that mass is gonna be hard to get off of. I get that a lot. Like, oh, you're gonna be pretty heavy when you're older. Actually, not really, but we don't get into that. Um, but yeah, there's a lot of negativity surrounding just having muscle and having like intensity and drive to better yourself like that because that makes people nervous. Yeah, it's becoming a little bit more normalized and a little bit more respected in that sense because we're beginning to get a lot more not only airtime for sports but exposure in like the I don't know CrossFit, weightlifting, powerlifting world, and other stuff like that. And it's becoming more accepted to um, be big and muscular as a woman to be able to compete in your sports because that's you need it. And luckily, I feel like it is becoming more accepted as we get more exposure. Hmm. Well, my schedule can like vary depending on like season and stuff like that. Um, but right now, I'm out of season. I will be starting high school softball in about 2 weeks or so. But right now, I am doing a 6-day split with one rest day because I am literally addicted and I can only take one rest day. Technically, that rest day is not even a rest day. Um, I just go legs, upper body, legs, upper body, legs, upper body in that kind of loose sense, but I work power and explosive into it and agility and um, mobility into those workouts as well. So it's not just pure strength training because I am an athlete. I have to be able to move and exert power in proficient ways. So right now, that's how it is. Um, Season wise, I will go a little lighter um, on the intensity because I am a pitcher and I need I can't have my muscles fatigued for games and stuff. So I will lighten the intensity and I hope not to slow down on my everyday work, but I might throw like another rest day in there as well. But yeah, intensity wise, I'll have to loosen up and I might switch on to a more liberal push pull legs to give myself some more time to rest. Ooh, diet, my favorite. So, um, because I do so much, and I am not only lifting and training during the days, I am also pressing, pitching, hitting, and stuff like that. And I have a very active lifestyle outside of that. I generally have a pretty full diet. I have to be fed. I need to feel fed because I'm expending a lot of energy throughout my days. So, um, a lot of protein. Protein. I like love my protein. Every meal I try to. Um, let's see. Calorie wise, I don't know if that's what you're looking for, but I hate to count. I'm very just intuitive with my eating, although I've been trying to cut recently just to look better for myself or whatever. Um, but I'd say generally like 250 calories, maybe more a day. But that's just because I do so much, and rightfully so. Like, I need to be fed, and that's not a bad thing. I hate that normalization of, you know, under eating and um, like losing weight that way. And women shouldn't be, eating as much as men, but we are athletes. We're athletes. We lift, we train, we move. We're moving constantly. We expend a lot of energy. Our muscles need to repair. Our organs need that nutrition. So we need to be eating more than an average sedentary person. Um, my diet's super clean. I a lot of vegetables and just fruit and meat. I eat a lot of meat, not a ton of um, basic carbs. Like, I don't do a lot of bread or like sugars and stuff like that, just because it doesn't make me feel very well. But I don't beat myself up if I do eat it. I'm pretty lenient that way, but I generally stay clean, and that's just because it makes me feel and lets me perform the way I want to. But I like to stay full. Okay. Okay. My favorite muscle group to work out is my back. I love my back. Also my shoulders, but that's like close second. Love my back so much. I just love pull-ups. I love to row. I just I adore training my back so much, but it's not my strongest muscle group. My legs are, and they have to be for what I do because I need that power output. So I, of course, still focus very heavy on those. Everything, gets love in that sense, but my back is definitely my favorite. Oh, I love back so much. Uh, so fun. It's so fun. There's so much you can do with it. But my legs are so much stronger. I'd say so many. Oh, so many. So many. There's a lot. I've had a lot of hardships in my softball career, in my athletic career in general. But I'd have to say getting recruited and getting my scholarship to Valley University finally was the hard thing of my career because my big recruiting season was this past summer with COVID, And that was when I was supposed to get all of my looks and all of my offers and to be able to like choose my destination and deal that way, because that was my ultimate goal, right? As I'm trying to compete immediately and earn a scholarship so I can get my education. That's the whole reason I was playing. And COVID just took so much away from me, just so much exposure and so much game time that I needed to be able to like further my career. But I was very, very fortunate, and my coach now, Stacey Mae Johnson at Utah Valley, um, she jumped on me, saw me, jumped on me, loved me, and I was able to sign with her this past November and have a path. And that was probably my biggest struggle. I've never really had a clear, like, single person that was an inspiration to me. Um, I've had people that I'm like, I want to be like, and that drives me to, bettering myself and like what I want to make of myself of like the total opposite, you know. But I say probably my biggest inspiration all around is probably my mother. She played collegiately at ASU and played overseas in Italy for a couple seasons, and she has helped me so much with my growth and my development on the field, and also kickstarted my passion in the weight room for sure. She herself was very dedicated in the weight room and on the field as well in her career, and she just transferred that down to me. I in so many levels. Just she's an amazing person and just loves me so much for me and is such a good example.